Well, hello, everybody, and thank you very much for joining us today on this call regarding the compensation plan of Jeunesse Global. And we're going to go through the 6 ways to earn income with Jeunesse. My name is Pierre Gaudet. My wife and I, Christine and myself, are Diamond Directors with Jeunesse Global. We've had the pleasure of being involved in the opening of different markets, the North American market, the European market, some of the African and Brazilian market, and of course, we're very much looking forward for the opening of the Indian market, which is going to be not just a revolutionary launch. I believe it will be a historic launch in India, and we're looking forward to supporting the success of all the distributors there. And I'm planning on going in March, actually, to meet everyone. So looking very much forward to that. Now, in regards to the compensation plan of Jeunesse, before going through the details of how money is earned, I believe it's important to understand and what do I mean by joining the right company? There's a multitude of good companies out there. That is not an issue. But for us, when we analyze the choices that are available, my wife and I, for 4 years, we went over 50 different companies. We were looking for something very specific. And why is that? Because if a company, the products are not as strong, what you can have is you can have a lot of excitement at the beginning when a company opens and it's new and you can sell the possibilities of a new company. But we all know that long term, new doesn't stay there forever. Eventually the company is not totally new. And then after that, the organic growth, the growth of the true growth of the company linked to its value to that society is determined. And that is based on customer acquisition, and it always will be. What I mean by that is, does a customer care if it's the opening of the company or if the company's existed for 10 years? No, they don't, because they're not making a decision about the company based on how much money they have to potentially earn as a business. They're making a decision based on the value of the product that is sold at that time. So if you're looking, and this is what my wife and I were looking for, is an opportunity to generate revenue, not just in the short term, but in the long term, for the next 20 years at least. So that is why the power of the products are so crucial. The fundamental of any network marketing company will be the value added of the products to the consumer base, because that consumer base does not care about the model. They just care about spending money on a product that they value or that they do not. So when we saw that the products in Jeunesse were revolutionary, that there are no products like this in India, that there are patents that are protecting the serum, for example, to have the most powerful product, not just in network marketing industry, but in the cosmetic industry, is unseen in network marketing. So we're going to go through the details of the compensation plan. But if you're here to make income long-term and to truly professionally build with us, and you're looking for that kind of company to build professionally long-term and accumulate a large mass of customers, which the smartest entrepreneurs know how to assess, and they will be attracted by that possibility. Instead of having to join another company in 2-3 years, they want to build something solid over time. Then there's simply nothing ever better than Jeunesse that's hit the marketplace. Now, in regards to generating revenues, we're going to go through each point. There are 6 ways to generate income in Jeunesse. And I'm going to explain why these points are important, why they were put together. I remember the first time that my wife and I went to the headquarters in Florida for Jeunesse to assess. And when we did that, hold on, I'm just going to mute someone here. When we did that, I had a question for, there you go. I had a question for Wendy, the founder. And what that was is, Wendy, what did you base the compensation plan of Jeunesse on? Why did you do it the way that it is? And what she said, I liked her response. She said, I did it to support the correct activity of the distributors. So I'm going to mention each of the points, and I'm going to mention why they support the correct activity of the distributors so that the building of the company and your team can move forward continuously. So first of all, number one, you buy wholesale and sell retail. That's pretty simple. I'm going to go at this point in time with US dollars, and you can translate to rupees. We're going to make all that switch appropriately as I move along here. I'm not going to use Canadian dollars, I promise. So the serum, for example, is $84 wholesale US dollars. The instantly ageless is $50 wholesale US, and it's good for 2 to 3 months. So it's a product that is not too expensive within the marketplace. That is something that Jeunesse is sensitive to. The reserve is also $84 US. The Luminesce line, you have products that are under $80 US. And so there's choices that women and men can choose in regards to the products. But what's important to know is that these products are revolutionary. These products don't have comparable in the marketplace. These are products that women and men on anti-aging will want to have. And from a pricing aspect, they are so less expensive, so much more less expensive than product that do not deliver 10% of the results that they do. So you buy wholesale. So let's say the reserve or the serum, for example, the Luminesce stem cell activation serum is $84. You sell for $134 and you pocket the difference of $50. Actually, $51 exactly. And so you make that difference. And that is true for any products that will be sold. The products are being registered with the right authorities in India over the last year and a half. Jeunesse has worked very strongly to ensure that when they come on board, they're registered appropriately, that they properly launch correctly with all the agencies, governmental agencies in India. That's why it took a little while to open in India, because Jeunesse wanted to do it right. After that, the bonuses when you enroll new customers. So the first method is, of course, you make sales and you generate the money, and that goes right in your pocket. Bonus when you enroll new customers, when a new distributor comes on board, and you actually, they buy a pack. And they buy packs for products that they get at a rebate, and they can sell to new customers. And so they have the tools to generate even more revenue when they sell products to customers. And so when someone buys one of those packages, and there's different costs of those packages, we will find out exactly the different packages in India. We don't know at this time, but it will probably be similar to the others. Right now, there are packages at $200 US. There's packages at $500 and $1,100 US. And they have different products. In India, because not all the products will be there, we will see what they will contain and the amount. When someone in your team purchases one of those packages, when they sign up, you receive a bonus for that. This is to reward your efforts and your work directly. You're the person that approached them. You're the person that introduced Jeunesse to them. You're the one that will assist them in getting started. And we will be there to assist you in doing that effectively for your whole group. We have systems to do that in English, French, and Spanish. And we will also adjust it for the Indian market, as we've done for our organization. And our organization right now is over 100,000 people worldwide. So you're going to be part of a team that knows how to launch markets, how to support the leaders in regards to growing well and doing that effectively. Number 3, weekly team commissions. So you can see that the number 1 and number 2 methods are there to create a rapid return on investment. So if you buy a pack and you get all these rebates, and you even sell to a customer wholesale, but you make 20, 30, 40%, because that's how much you saved on buying the package, there's instant money in your pocket right away. If someone also buys a pack that you've sponsored them and they buy a pack, you make a bonus of $25, $50, up to $250 US immediately. And so that is a rapid return on your investment. Often within a month or two, all the money, anything you've invested is made right back, sometimes in a week. And then after that, it's all profit after that within your business. Number 3, weekly team commissions. I'm going to go through that in detail in a bit, but weekly team commission was created to synergize the work of the distributors that are in the field. You see, before weekly team commissions existed, if someone is going to use a unilevel plan, we call it the rate plan. You know, you have a bubble on top, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 people that you've personally sponsored, and they sponsor 10 people. That means 100 people on your second level, and if they sponsor 10 people, you have 1,000 people on your third level. So people that you sponsor are first, second, third, and it goes down that way. The problem with that, well, first of all, that rewards personal work, so that's good. But what it does not do is it does not synergize the work. You see, when you sponsor 10 people, they're basically competition to each other in the marketplace. There's no financial benefit directly of them working together. So then when you go into a certain area, it does not favor a leader that you've sponsored in that area for you to go sponsor another leader, because you're creating competition within that area. Imagine if these people were placed in a synergistic way, and that when one has better results, the other one can generate better results and better income for themselves. That means when they all succeed individually, they all succeed more and get paid more as a team. What that does is that when you go into an area and you sponsor people, that's beneficial to everybody that's already there. So now you can actually do what you should be doing, which is presenting Jeunesse to different distributors, presenting the products, getting people excited. They come on board, and the people that were there before them in that area will be happy that you're doing that. It is the best thing you can actually do for them, which is sponsor others underneath them within the weekly team commission layout. We call it the binary tree also. So we're going to talk about that more in detail. But the reason for that is synergy in regards to a market. You see, in network marketing, there are no pre-established market for one person. You can't have a certain market. Everybody can go into that area. So if you don't create a way that you can create cooperation, then it's an archaic plan, because you now need in network marketing to create cooperation in the field. That is why number 3 is there. Now, number 4, leadership matching bonus. This one is actually similar to the unilevel plan. Why? Because as I just said, the best thing that you can do for people you've already sponsored is sponsor more people and help introduce them in the binary tree and create a synergy amongst them. So the leadership matching bonus rewards that individual work. And we'll talk about that in a bit also. After that, number 5, 5% customer acquisition bonus. What that is that as you acquire customers, that leadership matching bonus, which is 20% first level, 15% second level, 10%, and then 5, 5, 5, or 4 more levels, that 20% can become 25%. It can actually become 30%. It can go up by 5% twice if you have 5 or 10 customers. So why is this great? Because it rewards you for acquiring customers. And what did I say at the beginning? What is the foundation of any network marketing business long-term? Ability to acquire customers. And in Jeunesse, because of the power of the products, you'll have people that want your products. They're going to be talking to each other, and you're going to get calls. Can I get that product? Can I buy that? I want that. And that is the emotional energy that you want linked to a product coming into the marketplace. So we have customer acquisition bonus, rewarding not just building a team, but of course acquiring customers throughout. And so the more customers you acquire, the more you get paid on your network. It's a great synergy. All these ways of generating income are synergistic together. When you do one, it helps the other, the income of the other. It's quite amazing. And number 6, the diamond pool. That is about sharing 3% of all the sales in Jeunesse amongst the diamond pool. What that means is that you work in synergy. You're happy that the other diamonds are generating sales. You will get a percentage of that based on your contribution to the pool. And that's how you synergize the entire field team working together. Because it's, again, you get rewarded of everybody's effort, including your own and your own contribution. So the more that everybody wins individually, the more that they win together also. And you get a better synergy because you get rewarded for teamwork. Well, let's go through a little bit of these individuals here. So first order bonus, we don't know what the programs are going to be exactly. In regard, the packages are going to be exactly. So here, and of course, it's important in regards to the compensation plan to mention that all this is specific to your efforts. Let me go back up to here. So that went a bit too fast. There we go. So there's no money made without work. So that's sort of stating the obvious, but there's no guarantee of income as in any network marketing company. You just need the fundamentals of having products that people really want and then having a great way to remunerate that. So there's a basic package that gives 100 CV. That's the one that normally is $200. The Supreme package and Jumbo package, the Supreme is normally $500. Ambassador package is $1,100. Those are the bonuses that you will receive directly when somebody in your team purchases that. Again, it's to reward you of your efforts in regards to identifying people, approaching them, introducing them, and then helping them to launch. Now, earn team commissions. So how that is laid out, let me move everybody here again with me. So it's you plus 2. And imagine that when you sponsor someone, you will place them on either side of a tree. So imagine the outside of a tree on the right and on the left of your tree. And they always go at the bottom of the tree. That's why when you're going to be using the binary approach within a commission structure, you want to make sure that you come on board as quickly as possible. There's a time benefit here of making a decision quickly. You see, in regard to the other plan, the unilevel plan, 10 and then 100 and then 1,000, there's no urgency in a plan like that. When you approach someone, if they make a decision now, or they make a decision in a week, or they make a decision in 1 or 3 months, it really does not have any negative impact on them of any significance. Here, it does. Here, everybody that will be saying yes after them, before they say yes, they will go above them instead of going below them. And so for that reason, really good idea for people that we encourage them, please review the information, make an educated decision that is right for you. But I would suggest to make it faster than slower. So that is in regards to the team commissions. How that works is at any time, then let's imagine you've sponsored 10 people on one side, 10 on the other. It could be 5 and 5. It could be 6 and 3. It doesn't matter. And then these people sponsor people. So like 2 becomes 4, becomes 8, becomes 16. And you need to at least sponsor 2 people, one on the right and one on the left leg when you come on board to activate this payment method. And then when you accumulate all the points on the right side that accumulate, and once it hits 600 CV, commissionable volume, 600 points, and on the other leg, 300 points. And it doesn't matter which leg. It can, sometimes it'll be one leg that will have 600, then the other one will have 300, and then vice versa. Sometimes it'll always be the same leg. It doesn't matter. When the computer finds 600 points on one side, 300 points on the other, and you get the points through product sales, you saw the points on the packages, 100 point, 200 point, 500 points. There's also points to the product, of course. When the serum is purchased, it's $84, it generates 60 points. And when you have 600 points, so let's say 10 serum is sold to customers on the right, and then 5 on the left, or vice versa, you generate $35 to you. And then those points are removed. And then the computer looks for another 600 points, 300 points. And as your team is growing and people are buying packages and people are selling products and buying products, all those generate points. And when there's 600 on one side, 300 on the other, then you receive $35. Now you're gonna, you have 2 legs to build in Jeunesse, and you're gonna get a help on one of those legs from people above. So when someone that sponsored you are placing people under you on one side, those points that you really have nothing to do with because it's people above you that's sponsoring people underneath you, those points count for you. So now you know why you're happy when someone above you sponsors people on one of your sides, because those points you will get paid on. So are you happy that someone above is placing people under one of your legs? Absolutely, because you will increase your pay rate at that level. And that's why the team commission, we call them the team commissions, because it really is and creates team work. So that is how the team, and as you go down, you will receive $35 each time. And we're gonna go through the levels. When you hit 100 cycles, for example, you've gotten $35 times 100 times and you become Sapphire Elite. That's $3,500 automatically US that someone would generate. That is what a level of Sapphire Elite is. Ruby would be 200 cycles. Emerald would be 500 cycles. You can do the math. 500 times 35 is $17,500 US. At this point, you're building a large organization. That's the amount of money that you're generating on a monthly basis just on this commission. After that, diamond is 1,000 cycles. And gives you an idea in regards to diamonds and why the average diamond will make over $1 million a year with Jeunesse. All right? So let's move on down. And obviously, they have a very large organization at that point. There's a really great program. We're going to find out also if it's going to be launched in India in April. Does it get to It's Paid For You? India will have the 2 products that this program works with, which is the serum, the Luminous Serum, and the Reserve, with the ingredient resveratrol in it. And when you have 2 preferred customers, and that means instead of having to pay $84 as a distributor or $134 retail, they get a chance to get it at $99, but without having to become a distributor. So they get major, major savings, but do not have to become a distributor. It is to reward customer acquisition. Well, you get 2 customers. Think about this. This is remarkable. You get 2 customers that are preferred customers and get the Luminous Serum or the Reserve at $99, tremendous savings. You receive $150 US right away. So you've had a $200 sale US, $99.99. That's $200 in sales, or $198, but let's round it off to 200. You get $50. That already is a 25% commission for those customers. On top of that, the company doesn't just give you 1 free bottle of serum, it gives you 2. So if you would buy those, even at wholesale, at $84 each, that's $168 that it would cost you as a distributor to purchase, that you could then resell. But here you get $168 of products for free. $168 plus $50 is $218 of value for having sold $200 worth of products. It is amazing. The amount of money that is generated this way is very significant, because you have customers and you basically get 2 bottles of serum for free. If you sell those, even at wholesale, plus the $50, you've generated $217 to you. After that, if you get 2 more customers, so if you have 4 customers, preferred customers, we have people that have over 100 customers on preferred customers. Estheticians, for example, and their offices have a lot of customers that come in and basically get them as preferred customers. And every 2 customers, you always get $50. So if you have 4 customers, you get $50 for your first 2. You get $50 for your second 2. And these do not need to be new customers. They can be the same repeat customers every month. So you make $50 on the first 2, $50 on the second 2. That's $100. And you get 2 bottles of serum, and then you get 10 free samples in regards to customers that you've gotten. So the other two, so the first two, you get 2 bottles of serum, and then every other 2 customers, you have 4, if you have 6, if you have 8, you make $50 every 2, plus you get 10 free samples of serum that you can then use to give out to people to experience the products for free. So amazing, right? The process of Jeunesse empowers you to build your business and acquire more customers at no cost at all, actually by generating money. So a great, great program. So leadership matching bonus. This on the scale, we had the retail profit, we had the customer acquisition bonus at the beginning in regards to the bonus linked to the packages. Then after that, we had team commissions, which supports cooperation. Then the leadership matching bonus is to reward individual work. That is like the unilevel plan. And we're going to go walk you through these generally here. You can see that there's a separation of 2 groups of distributors. Hold on, I'm just going to mute everybody here. Just going to do that for now. And we'll take questions at the end, everybody. We'll take questions at the end. And so how this works is that you have the executive levels at the beginning, and then you have the director levels afterwards. So the executive levels is when you start. Someone becomes an associate in Jeunesse simply by signing up. And that will range from $29 US, depending if you get a pack or you do not in regards to starting off. Normally that's $29 and all the way up to $50 depending on the information received. I believe in India, it will be $29 US. With the sign up and becoming an associate, you have your own website at your name with your identification where you can sell products and people can go on your website and buy products. They can become preferred customers or they can join you on your website. All the information about the products are there. Videos are there for people to view. So it's a replicated website for you. And then anybody that joins you from your site become part of your team and they get their own replicated site with their email address, with their name on it, absolutely everything. So amazing value because most companies charge $20, $25 every single month to have a system like that. So you have to pay to get your back office because this website is also your back office. You log in and you can see all your sales. You can look at your entire team, your genealogy, everything that companies normally charge every month. For Jeunesse, it's included in the $29. You've covered your entire cost for the year. And with Jeunesse, if you have an auto ship payment for 6 months of the year, the renewal rate, which is $19 per year, is waived. So if you have auto ship for 6 months, you're good to go. You don't even have to pay for that. You're automatically renewed at no cost at all. So Jeunesse does not nickel and dime you on things. And I appreciated that because we've seen that before in other companies. So you become a distributor by having 100 points in order in 1 calendar month. Most people will get a pack at the beginning, which will give them 100 points or more. But you could buy 2 serums, for example. You could buy a serum and 2 instantly ageless. You can buy 3 instantly or 4 instantly ageless, and you get that also. So there's different ways you can accumulate the points, but it's 100 points in 1 month, and you are a distributor. To become an executive, and this is when you launch the binary, the team commissions. You have 1 person on the left, 1 person on the right with 100 points. So it's a distributor with 2 distributors underneath them. You become an executive distributor. Jade, and this is interesting because Jade, and you see the 20% commission, that is the first leadership matching bonus. It happens very early on in Jeunesse. So Jade is when you've personally sponsored 4 people that have become executive or 8 people that are distributors. So you can either do it with people that come on board you personally sponsored with 100 points, or you have less people, but that themselves are sponsored too. You become a Jade executive, and then let's say the 8 people you sponsored or the 4 people that are executive that you sponsored, you will generate 20% every time that they make $35. So every time that they cycle, every time that they get that $35, you'll make 20% or $7. So they make, imagine you sponsor 10 people in your first level personally that are placed in your binary tree at number 1, number 20, number 100. It doesn't matter in the binary. There are no levels in the binary in regard to the team commission. They're just right leg and left leg. But someone you've sponsored personally on your site is in your binary tree, it is still considered first level because you're the one that sponsored them. So the computer of Jeunesse looks at binary and positions someone also at unilevel and monitors those two. And the person you sponsored personally, so 10 of them you sponsored and they generate $35, you would generate 10 times $7. So you generate $70 on the leadership matching bonus. And that starts right away at Jade Executive. Pearl, you achieve that by sponsoring either 12 people, and there's a ratio on right and left leg in regards to placing those individuals. And all this is explained actually on empoweryouteam.com. The entire compensation plan I go through in detail on empoweryouteam.com, our team website. In regards to Pearl, you achieve that with 8 executive or 12 distributors. And you now touch a second level of check match. So 10 people sponsor 10, you have 100 people on your second level, you'll make 15% of the $35 that they make on every single one of those 100 people. So great commission on that. Sapphire Executive, you now touch a third level. So let's say you sponsor 10. We duplicate that, your second level, you have 100 people. That 100 people sponsors 10, you have 1,000 people on your third level. And they all make $35, you'll make $3.50 on every single one of those 1,000 people. You'll make a 10% unilevel leadership matching bonus on them. So you can see that Sapphire Executive, if someone wonders often, what do I have to achieve to generate about $1,000 to $2,000 a month? It's Sapphire Executive. Sapphire Executive that is on its way towards Sapphire Elite will generate that kind of revenue. After that, the last part of the executive levels is Sapphire Elite. It's a transition between executive to director. And Sapphire Elite, you achieve that now no longer on sponsoring. By the way, Sapphire Executive, you achieve that with 12 executives. So Jade is 4 executives, 8 for Pearl, 12 for Sapphire. And it's the only way you must do it with executive. Why is that so important? Well, because in network marketing, of course, you can sponsor 2 people and start your binary. But it's a game of thirds in network marketing. You will have about a third of people that will join you, that will look at you in the eye and say, I will do this business. And 1 in 3 actually will. 1 in 3 will have the discipline to do it. 1 in 3 will take on the growth. 1 in 3 will become professional. 1 in 3 will learn how to approach people effectively and communicate appropriately. We will assist with that. It's what we do. We are a group. The reason why we have 100,000 people in the organization and our team worldwide is because we teach them how to professionally do this business and to be proud of doing it appropriately and with ethics and professionalism. So we show them, we educate them. That's the value added. That's very important. That's our job. So as we do that, then the team grows. And in Sapphire, and so when you have 12 people, you know that you'll have about 4 of them that will really build. So it does not serve anybody to say, you sponsored 2 people and you can go to the top of this business. It's true, but it's not going to happen. It doesn't work that way in human nature. You're going to have a third. So when you go Sapphire Executive and you have 12 executives, you can expect to have about 4 people on average that will really build. And that starts a great foundation for your business. Because you see, going in Emerald, you need 4 legs that go Sapphire. You need 4 legs that go Sapphire. So you need enough leaders to be able to generate those legs. So the compensation plan is extremely well developed to ensure that you sponsor the number of people that you need to be able to sponsor to go to the levels of Ruby, Emerald, etc. There was an Exec Connect call last night, actually from Hawaii, which is the Emerald Reward, and Scott Lewis, the Chief Visionary Officer, and his wife Isabel, and Wendy and Randy were there, the founders of Jeunesse, and they were there. Scott was sharing exactly the vision of Jeunesse, and they're there in Hawaii with all the emeralds, 115 new emeralds. And what he shared is that 90% or so of the emerald of the year before went diamond this last year. Within the year, they went diamond. So you can see that people are properly prepared as they move up to have the basis to be able to go to the next level. And my wife and I are one of those couples that went emerald to diamond also. So the comp plan prepares you for growth in the future. It's very, very well designed. And Wendy Lewis, the founder, one of the founders of Jeunesse that's developed this comp plan, has a background in mathematics and actually oversaw about 30 different compensation plans of different companies before that. She would be the one as a consultant that would be brought in to repair comp plans. So that is who developed this one. So she has a lot of insight on proper design. Sapphire Elite, you will become Sapphire Elite when you have 100 cycles in 1 month. So you have 600 points on one side, 300 points on the other. It generates $35 to you. So that's 900 points. Every 900 points, sorry about that. Every 900 points, you will get a cycle and you'll make $35. So that would be 90,000 points. You become Sapphire Elite. 100 times $35 is $3,500 US. When you add the team leadership matching bonus to that, normally you'll get about 2/3 of your pay that will be team commissions, the $35, and then you'll have about 1/3 that will be leadership matching bonus, in average. And so that gives you an idea. Your individual work, leadership matching bonus about 1/3, and about 2/3 team commission. Plus, of course, you add the other bonuses of launching people and retail profit. All that adds on to the matching bonus and the leadership matching bonus and the team commission. Ruby Director, you need 2 sapphire legs and you need 200 cycles. 200 cycles times $35 is 7,000 US. So normally you'll get that a Sapphire Elite will generate between 5,000 to 10,000 US a month, and a Ruby Director will be around 10,000 to 20,000 per month on average. Emerald will be 500 cycles in a calendar month. You need 4 Sapphire legs to achieve that, and you will generate 500 times $35 is 17,500 US. So normally the emeralds will generate anywhere between 20 to 30,000 US dollars in income per month. After that, diamond, you need 8,000 cycles. So that's 35 times 1,000, 35,000 US. And so diamonds will generate basically over 50,000 US per month in income. And then you have double diamond, triple diamond. It continues all the way up. We work very closely with our double diamond, Juan Carlos, Barrios, and Hortensia, and they're double diamonds. They're the most powerful leaders in Latin America, probably in all of network marketing history. We're proud to work with them, and you'll have a chance to meet them also. So it is an amazing compensation plan. Jeunesse simply pays out more than anybody else in the industry in regards to the generosity of the comp plan. That is good. There's a lot of very good comp plans out there also, but this is a very generous comp plan. 50 to 60% is paid out to the field leadership. Now, lifestyle rewards is another one. So Emerald, that trip that all the emeralds are in, you get that in January. You get to go to Hawaii for free, and the company pays for that. But there are regular trips every year. What's amazing is that Jeunesse, on the last trip that people got paid, and that people got for free, Jeunesse sent 8,300 distributors for free on a cruise for 5 days. Think about that, guys. And that's just amazing. There's more people that went on that cruise for free than there's distributors in some companies. Gives you an idea of the power of Jeunesse. So if you like free rewards, if you like free trips, and you go there with your team and you get these experiences, that is also part of the comp plan. And that is there in this comp plan here. So you get a lot of that. So that gives you a bit of an idea in regards to the Jeunesse compensation plan. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute and I will take questions. One thing that I will share is that for leaders in network marketing that come on board, there's also methods of assisting and ensuring them that they can launch more powerfully within Jeunesse. If you have that ability, if you're bringing them on a group, for example, because you're not satisfied there. You know, we're not proponents. If someone is happy in the company they're in, they should stay there. If they have agreements with that company, they should stay there. If them and their team are meeting what their expectations were, they should continue there. If the expectations are not being met for whatever reason, then of course we'd love to chat with them. We'd love to introduce them to Jeunesse and see the possibilities here. And what we do is certainly assist in the transition in regards to based on their results. And so if there's more information on that people want, we can go through that also at any time. So what I'll do here is I will stop the recording and then we'll go through questions. Hold on a sec, everyone. And okay, here we go. And I'm going to stop also share. Then I'm going to unmute everyone. Hold on a sec. Lots to do. Lots to do. All right, everybody. You are now unmuted. And is there any questions, anybody, in regards to... actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share with you a bit more detail about the business development agreement also. So that is the transition assistance that Jeunesse does. If someone already has really strong results, then that's available. If they don't, they can still have some assistance as they move forward for them and their team. So it is not, you can, these business development agreements, that's what they stand for, BDA, or development agreements. Jeunesse does not give money to anybody starting. That's just ridiculous and it makes no sense, because if a leader is good and they can generate results, why not pay on the results themselves? And a leader will accept that. A leader will totally accept that. Listen, I get the results, I want to get paid more. Well, of course, that's not a problem. And that is what the BDA is for, is to support that. And so how it works is that if someone can generate 5,000 in volume, for example, and you in your team, so you have 10 people that buy the ambassador pack, just as a quick way to easily calculate, which is 500 points each. Then the company, you will get paid regular pay, and then you will have the chance to get a top up. So let's say you made $500 to $1,000 of regular pay. The company will give you $4,000 to $4,500 more for that result in the first month. For the second month, you need to increase to $10,000 is the goal. After that, the third month, 15, and then 20, 25, and 30. You go up by the amount of the BDA that you chose at the beginning. And so there'll be some that will be available for that. That permits a lot of people to go full time very quickly. But that's for people that have the capacity to generate that. Our job is to professionally train people so that they have the ability to do that. How do I talk to people? How do I introduce them? How do I become professional in this company with this team? So that not only do I get results at the beginning, I get results for the rest of my life, thank you very much. And I can count on those revenues for me and my family forever. And that really is what we educate people to do, is to be able to become long-term professional within the industry, within our team. And we've been very successful in doing that until now at a totally international level. So any questions, anybody, on any aspect of the compensation plan?
I have one question.
Of course, Amir, go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, I want to understand if you talk about India, like people are a bit skeptical about paying an amount of money of around $29, investing at an initial time, and they'll not be that much comfortable of doing that joining. So I can understand what exactly is the whole framework and what amount needs to be paid. But about to convince someone else to do that, to pay that amount to join and then do a networking business, it will not be that easy for them to convince in India. We have certain kind of so what do you suggest? How can we overcome that thing? That will be a big challenge for us to convince them to pay $29 and join that. So this is one question I had.
Oh, sure. And I think that, when you make a list of people, you separate your list into. There's going to be some people that will be customers, and those people do not need to pay the $29. The other is the entrepreneurs. An entrepreneur understand this is not a job. This is a business. And as a business, you invest in yourself and in the business. So of course, they will need a very low investment of $29. It's like buying a franchise and having to pay $20,000. It's $29. But what that will give them is that you get something for the $29. You get your website. You get the product at wholesale at that point in time. You have tremendous savings. There will be many customers that will want to pay the $29 because they buy a couple of products and they've already saved the $29. So you get a lot of people that will want to do that specifically. But if an entrepreneur cannot invest the $29, Amir, the business is probably not for them. We're not trying to recruit everybody. This is not a business that is for everybody. I'm going to repeat that. It is not a business that's for everybody. Everybody has a chance to do it. Everybody has a chance to attempt to afford in this business. But you need to develop skills. You need to develop knowledge. And what you do by joining your team with that $29 is you also get that. What you get from us is, as part of our organization, we have regular calls, as we're having right now on Zoom. We're going to train people on how to do that. And the value of that could be worth thousands and thousands of dollars to people. And that'll come at no extra cost. And so the $29 is an investment in themselves. And if they cannot access that at that point, understand that financially it can be difficult for a big percentage of the population, at that point, this will probably be more difficult for them. And so what they can do at the beginning, for example, another option, the $29 is difficult, is that they could buy product from someone that they know at wholesale. Someone just will say, listen, you can buy them from me. I'll sell it to you at my price. They can sell that. So they could resell one serum and make the $29 and then use that. So they actually could easily find a way to make the money on selling one or two products and reinvest in their business in there, so it doesn't affect their pocket at any time.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. No
problem here. No. We're aware of that. That's why I think Jeunesse, when they're coming into the marketplace, that price is going to be a concern. You can't have products. The most expensive products in Jeunesse are not going to be in India right away. They're going to use the products that are really differentiate. Right? In the Indian market, same as the Canadian market, or in Europe, people want something new. People want something that they haven't seen and that actually really, really, really works. Once you have that, then you don't want to think of how much it's going to cost you as much, but think of the money you can make by selling that to the people, of course, that can afford the products. And because the ageless, for example, is $50 for a box, and now in North America, they have a box that is $25 for 25 samples of ageless. So that again can last a couple of months to someone. Cost product that will go very, very quickly, because what's amazing is you can demonstrate that for free to someone. If they have bags under the eyes, or they have lines or wrinkles or whatever, you can basically put that on and it removes it for 6 to 9 hours. It's a really easy way for people to demonstrate when it's well done. And you get a lot of customers very, very quickly. You generate income very quickly by sales, and then you can reinvest money in your business and grow that way.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
No, you're welcome, my friend. Very, very good question. Yeah. And I appreciate for everybody. Thank you for asking it. Any other questions, anybody, on any of the others? Great. Well, thank you very much, everybody. I want to thank you for being on the Zoom today. We'll be doing more WhatsApp conversations and Zoom conversations in the weeks to come as we ramp up. For when I'll be going early March in India. We'll be setting up a couple of events over there. I'm looking forward to that. We're going to determine the time and location and all that near the end of January, beginning February. As the teams develop in different markets, we'll identify the markets that are developing the most, and we will be hosting the events there. That's going to be 2 months before the official April 21st pre-launch of Jeunesse. But as to show you that our team is there, not just in regards to technology, but we're there in person. And we shake hands, we're going to work together, we'll get to know each other, and preparing for that kind of support all the way through the growth of your business if you choose to launch this powerfully with us. So I appreciate your time, I appreciate your questions. If there's any other questions that come up, and often there is after the calls, more than happy to answer that at absolutely any time. So any of you that want to do individual Skypes or WhatsApp conversation, be sure to reach out. We have Alain, Sylvie, and Etienne, and we have Vincent. We have a group of us that are working in a focused way on really launching the market in a powerful way, and we'll be there available to you every step of the way. So thanks again, everybody, and have a really wonderful day.
Thank you, and have a nice day.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Go Milton.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah. Let's talk together soon.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah. Hi.
I'm good.
I'm good.